to the channel. Presented by the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. Enjoy the show.
People, what's good? Yo, check it out. Welcome to the Beeline ENT, LLC. What we got for you? First off, we got the Beeline Webshow on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, talking a little of everything. Then we got Straight Through the Road, STR, baby, Wrestle Talk, where we talk all things pro wrestling. Next up, we got the Show Off Show, that's right, the Beeline ENT Entertainment. And then on Sunday nights, we going live on the line with that group panel discussion. Check us out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Also, pick up some merch. The Beeline ENT LLC. Let's go.
Hey, you out there. If you want energy like this,
get the energy of me, Brian B. Enter that promo code BrianB, and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
everybody should know. Check it out. Your boy Brian B is trying to go live on TikTok, baby. Follow the Beeline ENT. Head on over to my channel. We got a lot of content. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. Check us out. Follow us, the Beeline ENT LLC. I'll see you there.
2,000 years later.
It's game time. It's game time.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
And we're live. Yo, what up? What up? It's another Tuesday night. We back at it, y'all. What's going on? Happy Tuesday to you all. It is the Beeline Web Show. Let's go. Glad to be back in front of you guys again for another week. Yo, listen, I want to thank everybody who's been following and supporting. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Yo, we got a show for you tonight. It's going to be a lot of, I want to say, sometimes you want to be like, oh, it's going to be so much fun and blah, blah, blah. That's not going to be fun. But we're talking about some real shit tonight, man. I'm trying to get some real conversations on the web show. As you can see, I'm all alone. I'm by myself, and been enjoying it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I love talking to people out there. I know I've been saying this the last couple episodes, but I kind of like having these discussions, man, where I just like kind of vent and talk about some things that I've been witnessing or going through or watching or seeing. One of the topics we have tonight is definitely something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen. and we're gonna talk some real shit tonight. So I really hope that you guys can relate. I really hope you guys find whatever you get from this. Yo, said I'm still Brian B, the man with the energy. I hope you guys love that new W promotion. Definitely check out W, man. They got really great products. Really, really good. You see it over here. Sitting in a cup over here. I got the little packages and stuff like that. But I always try to keep it on hand because you need a little energy. You got a little pick me up. No, don't do no shit like that. Tuesday, yo, and it is the Beeline Web Show, the show that started it all. And yo, we got a lot of shows we do now, but this is the originator. And if you don't know, now you know. Let's go.
Straight to the point, baby.
It's going down in
3, 2, 1.
People, that's your boy.
Brian B.
Let's go.
Back on the Beeline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
is the influence you have.
Again with Ranger.
You gotta be a clean baby's ass. Hold on real quick.
knows the hands of fate.
People, it's your boy, Brian B. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. Let's go. And let's go we shall. Yep, check it out, man. It's another week, another day. Hopefully you guys had a great day. It's starting to get summertime. It's getting hot. It's so hot that I had to move one of my offices, because I'm kind of, in an area where we don't get as much air. But I had to move my office because listen, it's starting to get hot. It's Georgia out here. Should creep up on you. Be sweating your life away. You don't be doing nothing. Sweating like a hostage and shit. But already, like I said before, please make sure that you go when you like and you share and you subscribe. It's free. You know what I'm saying? We've been making a little bit of rounds, man. We've actually been getting a little bit more attention recently, and I can't thank nobody but you guys. Like I said, I'm fully committed. I'm actually trying to go on like a nice marathon with this. I'm not missing any web shows. I'm not missing any entertainment shows. So you're gonna see my big ass up in here talking about a lot of different things, yo. A lot of things that I want to talk about. I haven't done this in 4 years. I've really been focused on a lot of other things, but I'm kind of individual right now. I'm enjoying it too. But doesn't mean we won't have any guests. If you guys want to be a guest, definitely make sure you hit us up and check us out at the website, the Beeline Entertainment LLC. It is currently getting reconstructed. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. We do have merch. We do have editing services. We got a lot of different things on there, and we're gonna have a lot more to come. Different pages, different meet and greets and stuff like that. It's gonna be really cool. But look, I appreciate you guys, man. Hey, I'm kind of in like a mellow mood, man. I feel good. I know usually I'm like all amped up and wild and shit, but I feel good, man. And I think I feel good. One of the biggest reasons is because I knew I was going to do this today. I knew I was going to do. I knew I was going to get on here and talk freely and just kind of enjoy my time, kind of like my peace, man. I've spoken about this before on the show. One thing I used to do when I was younger. I'm not old, but just younger. I used to go skating. I used to skate. I used to skate like maybe 3 times a week, man. And that was kind of like my peace, yo. Like I just knowing I was able to go skate, dance to some music, chill, pretty women around and stuff like that. That was my escape, yo. So whatever I was going through, trouble, stress, whatever, like I go to the skating ring and just kind of release. And now the Beeline has definitely become that release for me, man. And like I said, the web show, for sure, like being able to come on here and just vent a lot, it's definitely helped. Crazy, man. Talking to a camera, yo. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta have, thousands of dollars and go talk to a damn therapist and all that stuff or whatever. Just sitting back and just kind of, reminiscing on, different problems and situations that's going on in life. It's just been really good for me. Wow. But yeah, if you guys are in the comments, you guys want to chime in, feel free. Definitely answer questions or whatever you guys got going on. Yo, I definitely gonna mention this, yo. Recently I was sitting there saying, like, a couple months back, I was like, man, I'm trying to go live on TikTok. TikTok is the only platform I can't go live yet. And I want to go live. I love TikTok, man. And apparently, hopefully, the TikTok over there suing the US or whatever. Talking about, yo, you ain't taking free rate. I love TikTok, man. You got a lot of content on there that you can benefit from and be entertained by, whatever. But yo, we have really picked up, man. I really appreciate you guys because like I've gotten like over 100 something followers within the last couple months, man, and it's all because just pushing content and I guess doing what you guys like. Wrestling has definitely been a big deal. Straight through the ropes and the commission talks and stuff like that. If you're following us on Wrestle Talk Wednesdays, wrestling has been a big deal. Like we've definitely had huge success with the wrestling shows. And there's so much more to come. As a matter of fact, here's a big announcement for anybody who is into the wrestling shows. Next week, not this week, next week, we're gonna have the first edition of the No Wrestling game. It's a trivia game. So if you guys know wrestling or you think you know wrestling, definitely play along. But it'll be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. It's gonna be commission talks versus STR. I will be the host and I'll be the one who will be relaying the trivia and stuff like that. We're gonna have things like where was the first WrestleMania and shit like that or whatever. So it's going to be really fun. Name that wrestler or name that wrestler's finisher. It's going to be really fun. So can't wait for that tomorrow night. I'm sorry, next week, next Wednesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Listen, that's then. This is now. We got a whole show to do today. So a lot of the stuff that was inspired about today's show that I kind of wanted to just kind of talk about was a lot of family oriented stuff. If you guys know Brian B, I got a big family. Um, when I say big family, I really do have a really big family. Like we have a lot of family spread out in a lot of places. When I was growing up, we were a lot closer together, but now we're spread out a lot. And up to the point where, what, 10 years ago, whatever, 12, 13, whatever, I was basically just kind of jumping around to everybody's different family. And then I had a family of my own, man. And now we got a dog and 3 kids and, a fiance, soon to be wife and, house and jobs and, the storybook shit, man. It feels great. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. It's definitely great. But there's certain challenges that you face. You know what I'm saying? There's certain challenges that you face in any situation. A lot of times you hear people talk about certain things and they're like, hey, blah, blah, blah. If you didn't do that, blah, blah, this would be how your life would be. Or if you went to this school longer, this would how your life would be. Shit like that. Basically, like kind of thinking they have all the answers to what the right path is. But you start learning, like, as you get older, like, even though those may seem right, there's still just as many consequences or problems and stuff like that that's right around the corner in those areas as well. So it's like there's always a greener side, right? Family, I'm starting to learn that shit too, man. I'm starting to learn that shit too, and it's really interesting because you learn it from your experiences, you learn it from the people that you deal with or the stories that you hear and stuff like that. But you also learn it from what you're going through and the choices that you decide to make while you're raising your kids or you're with your family and shit like that or whatever. So a story happened recently this week, and it really kind of put me in that mind state a lot. So this first topic is definitely going to be a lot about discipline. Discipline with your kids, discipline with certain even with people that you deal with and stuff like that, with your relationship with yourself, everything. Just discipline in general, but mostly with your kids, yo. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I come from a house where you know what I'm saying? We definitely, I wasn't always the best kid as far as just like, doing what I'm supposed to do all the time. I was kind of wild. I had a lot of stuff going on. I had a fun time. We had definitely a great childhood, had a lot of friends and stuff like that. But I definitely did get my ass beat a couple times, you know what I mean? Like there was no doubt about it. Like that belt came out, yo. And looking back on it, rightfully so for sure. But that's been one thing that I've been challenged with raising my kids, man, as far as like the discipline, like, and I think there's a lot of talk about that, amongst people or whatever. Some people really shun away from the kind of discipline of like, physical, some people really shun away from even verbal. Like, I don't want to, there's people out there, and this shit to me is crazy. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm about to start like a disclaimer too at the beginning of my show where it's like, don't try to come at me or say anything. Listen, I say what I want on my shit. And I'm not like, I'm not classifying you. You do what you want. But listen, when people be saying stuff like, oh, we don't say no in our house and shit like those crazy ass stories. Listen, man, good luck. You know, I feel like stuff like that is kind of that's its own kind of form of damn, what the hell? That's its own like consequences that are forming from decisions like that. Like you never tell your kids no. There's no. You find a different way to say no. I mean, I guess that can be kind of good, but at the same time, is that what the world's gonna do? Like, you know, and then people say, "Oh, but you can't raise them like the world." And I'm like, "Yes, you can, motherfucker." At least kind of close. You know, you're going to be familiar. You don't want to just, you know, be in a fantasy bubble because then you're going to be unprepared when you are facing certain things, in my opinion. But back to discipline. So, you know, like I said, I got my ass beat a couple times. You know what I'm saying? My parents were really good parents, man. They did their thing. They loved us, took care of us, did a lot of stuff, different stuff, whatever. I know that. But there was a story out recently, man, and the story really jumped on me, and I'm pretty sure you guys checked it out. Um, Listen, bro, like this is gonna be like some content in here, so if you guys are like kind of squeamish or soft, it's not gonna be like crazy bad, but I'm gonna just kind of touch on some of the stuff. So apparently this guy's name is like Chris or Connors or something like that. I don't know. Like I didn't like super research for this. I just know the story and I know some information from it. I don't like diving into shit like this or whatever. And really I don't need to like glorify his name or any bullshit like that or whatever. But so this guy, you know, this is why it's hard to talk about this shit. This guy basically, you know, had a situation with his son where, you know, the story that's out, the biggest story that's out that everybody's talking about is his son. He was kind of forcing his son to kind of run on the treadmill, as you're seeing here. And you know, not for nothing, I never even, you know, knew the situation or asked this question, but I don't know, is that his house? Like, or is he at a fucking I'm guessing it's like maybe one of those like the home gyms where they have to be in like the whether it be apartment complex or maybe like a housing community or something like that. That's what it kind of looks like. That's your fucking house. Damn, bro. You got like 6 treadmills and you know, you got a lot of stuff going on. You got a nice little comfort there. But yeah, this guy apparently, you know, was making his child run on the treadmill. And that's just a story that you get for the most part. Like he made his kid run on the treadmill, and apparently the kid was like falling down. He was picking him up and throwing him back on. And then the storylines were saying like, "Oh, it's because he was too fat, and this and that." And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm one of them type of people where when I hear shit like that, I don't know why I'm way more on the side of believing that the media made that shit up. It looked like I can look at this picture right here and like my like you know least trying, I can say, yeah, he put him on there because he's too fat. He's a skinny kid. He's too fat. It's more attractive and shit. I don't know if that's why he was really doing it. You know, I don't know. I think the court cases and stuff like that are out now. If you know somebody knows, you know, correct me, whatever. But only thing I know is that this guy was over here forcing his fucking kid to run on a treadmill, just forcing them to run, 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 run. Some people be like, "Oh, that's not so bad." That's why I want to talk about shit tonight, yo. Especially with this story right here, because I'm pretty sure just looking at the picture and hearing that from where we have stopped the story, at least right here, you can say that to somebody and somebody would be like, "That's not that bad." You gotta run on a treadmill? Shit, you don't know what I had to fucking do, you don't know what my parents was doing to me. And you want to know something? They're absolutely fucking right. They're absolutely right because there's parents out there who, yo, even I know in my family, you know, not my immediate family, but members of my family, I know people who got their asses beat, they had punishments, they had crazy shit. You're like, oh, damn, now you got to go through all that. And it's crazy situation, man, because then you're kind of left in this weird fucking place where you don't know what's what. Like, you don't know where the parameters are. You feel me? Like, you don't know where um, okay, what's the extreme? Because the extreme is different for so many fucking people. So right away, talking about this case right here. Now, apparently there was way more. Okay, there's way more. This fucking guy was obviously an asshole. He was a piece of shit. You know, from what we see and what we're hearing, and you know the reports and stuff like that or whatever. Like he was biting his kid. This motherfucker was out there. Okay, that situation, unfortunately, there ain't shit you could do about it, man. You just got crazy, evil fucking people in this world running through it, doing horrible shit to even their own. You know what I mean? To even their fucking own, yo. And that's just something that we just can't escape. Unfortunately, man, it would be wonderful to be able to label these motherfuckers and just constantly be able to walk in the store and really, he's growing purple. He's the evil person, and we could just fucking handle him from there. But unfortunately, they look just like everybody. So you don't never know, man. Guy at your job you love and y'all talk bullshit every day and he goes home and is fucking crazy and psychotic to his family or to dogs or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know people. But this guy, did some bad shit to his son. He was very abusive. That's what the stories are saying, allegedly. I don't fucking know. Like, that's what I'm reading. You know what I'm saying? And I don't read just one thing. I look around and see what the hell's going on. But this guy's an asshole. But at the same time, I want to say this: there's parts of what he did that, like I just said, I can see people kind of like relating, or maybe even not even thinking that it's a big deal when it just comes to like, oh, so he made his son exercise. Oh, so he made his son do this. Oh, he did this, even if it's kind of extreme. I know that there's people that I've worked with. There's been people that I've talked with or whatever that's done things like putting their kids doing karate or boxing or just any kind of challenging sport or anything like that or whatever. And they're a little tougher. They're a little tougher, man. Certain things that have them go out in the morning and run behind the car and do certain shit that you'd be like, some people would look at it and be like, "What are you doing? You're damaging your kid. You shouldn't make him do stuff like that." And then there's other people who look at it and be like, "Wow, you're strengthening him. You're toughening him up. You're preparing him for whatever event he's got to do or whatever he's doing in the future." And you know something? Both perspectives is fair. It's and that's why it's a challenge. It's a huge challenge. Now, when you're relating that to discipline, now here's a big thing, yo. It's hard to say what's right, man. It's hard to say what's right. In my opinion, as I'm growing up, just speaking for myself, I'm not a fan of physical discipline. I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna say it that way because it's something that never is, going to happen or whatever. Because unless you have kids or the damaging situations or the limitations or whatever, the experience that you have personally, you can speak on somebody else's shit and just be on some, whatever type of scenario all you want. But as far as your personal situation and knowing what you're dealing with or your struggle or, just how challenging it is for you, you have to determine the parameters from there. So I'm not a fan of the physical because first of all, I'm big as shit. I'm strong as fuck, and I know damn well if something happens, man, that's a fear of mine. What if I go too far? What if this happens? Or, oh, what if I'm too mad? Or, what I'm saying? Like, what if it's not even all the way about my kid? What if it's about some other shit? So I have that fear of like, damn, I can't do that. I can't allow myself to put myself in a position where I'm damaging my kid. But at the same time, there's other ways to get around that shit where it's like, you just handle it a little different. Because if I got to pop his ass a couple times, whatever, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I found a nice way to the back of the top, you get your shit together, right in the chest. Get your shit together. One thing that I've seen, my daughter's a different story. I don't touch my daughters. Never, fucking never. It's just one of those things where I don't know what it is. With girls, man, it's just it might just be me. You know what I'm saying? It probably other people are different. My daughters, I'm a man. I don't want nobody ever putting their fucking hands on them. Only time like me and my daughters mess around or I try to show them something is when I'm like trying to teach them how to like box or just kind of like square up or whatever. But besides that, no, I don't put my hands on my daughters. But my son, every now and then, if it goes deep, like, and I talk to my kids extensively, like, it's literally, I let them know, like, every step of the way, like, listen, you starting it up, you got to chill out, it's time to relax. All right, I talked to you already. It's time to, listen, listen. All right, bro, if it goes any further than this, it's gonna be a different situation. And then after that shit, told you. Then it starts going a little bit different. Didn't I tell your ass that it's gonna be a little different now? And then that's when you got to grab them by the. You listen. I told you. So there's realms with me at least, and I'm pretty sure that there's different parents out there who do different things. But when I looked at this story, one of the things that I said was, I don't know this dad. And apparently, of course, like we said, he's a piece of shit because of certain things. But I wonder just how much justification he was giving himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder just how much he thought. Even though he's got weird ass ways and tendencies, it must have been a part of him that was like he wasn't going, too far. His son can take it. That part of the brain that clicks and says, maybe I should stop. Maybe this is too much. It didn't click for him. Maybe it did and he didn't care. I don't. I don't know why I don't think that. Maybe because of just the other thing. I saw him bring him into the doctor. People were saying that he tried to like, manipulate the kid into like, say this is from this. Don't tell him that we did this. Don't say nothing like that. I've heard shit like that too. Definitely heard stuff like that too. But I think sometimes, man, when it comes to disciplining your kids, there's no rules. There's no fucking rules. You're literally doing shit that you've been taught, by, having it done to you or, seeing it or listening to it or, whatever. And it's kind of scary, man, because for different personality types, man, you do it in different ways. I remember when I was doing cable, here's one crazy ass story. Like, I've seen a couple of like, kids get jacked up when I was doing cable, when I was in their house and stuff like that. I was in a lot of people's houses. But it was this one, like it was a lesbian couple, and they had kids, and I don't know, if they adopted them or whatever. I don't know their backstory or anything like that or whatever. But I remember, and the one girl, she had braids, she kind of brawly chick, and her son got in trouble. Her son was like not super small, but if I had to guess, he was probably like 9 or 10 years old. Not super small, a little weight on him, a little tiny weight on him. But he was a small kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Just a young kid or whatever. And I was sitting there in the living room hooking shit up or whatever, and then I heard her like getting mad at him. And when I tell you, I was in the living room, and I could tell they were like in like a bathroom, like that was right down the hall, but it was like right there down the hall. So it was like the bathroom had to be like right there next to the living room. And I tell you, I started hearing like you could tell she was punching this nigga in the chest, or like you heard it, and you heard him like reacting to it. And I'm sitting there, yo, what up, Dev? I'm sitting there listening to this kid, like, getting punched, by his family, whatever, I guess, and just getting taking these fucking hits, man. And I'm just listening, like damn, like I would never do that shit because I'm like, yo, I know my strength right here. If I punched my kid, God break his ass in fucking in half, man. And then you got people that might be like, oh, well, she probably knows how hard she's hitting it, blah blah. Listen, bro, all it takes is one slip up for you being mad at something to just turn that shit into a completely different situation and potential situation of never seeing your kid again. No, you hear about stuff like that with the new moms or whatever it's called, postpartum depression, and they go through these situations where I'm not like a master of knowing all of what the reasonings are behind it, but just putting it together myself, like from what I hear, like the moms get done having a baby, and maybe there's some stress left over, blah blah blah, whether it be attention, I don't know, but for whatever reason, like, the baby's crying. A lot of times that's one of the big, triggers for a lot of people, not even just moms, but dads too. Like, it's very hard to just sit there and listen to a child, like, especially if you have a baby who cries a lot, for whatever reason. They're hungry, they got this, they got a problem, a defect, whatever the case may be. But you constantly hear that, and then you get people getting triggered. Hey, stop, stop! I've literally fucking seen people, seen people stop. Shut up, shut the fuck up. I've seen people do that shit. I've seen people do that shit. Not like my family, just covering this shit. But I've honestly seen people like yell at like kids and stuff like that or whatever. Another boy's gonna have emotional issues down the road. Bro, listen, man, and that's why we're like having these conversations, man. Because if you are a parent, you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to like have this discussion, because if you are a parent, I don't know if you've thought of this before. I don't know if it's like, something where, and I don't know how you, handle your kids or whatever. Like some people literally just say, hey, I just talk to my kid. I sit him down and have a discussion every time we go through something. Another one's gripping that belt. Come here, little. Oh, take out, get your ass, man. Get over here. Yo, who's to say which one is right and wrong, right? If I had to be honest, of course, probably. Like if you're going to sit your kid down and have like a conversation with them, and you have the ability to do that. And I'm not saying because of your emotions or anything like that. I'm not saying because of the kind of person you are. You could be the greatest person on the planet. You could be a fucking actual doctor, psychologist, all of that stuff in your house. But there's something about going through shit that you have to deal with. And sometimes, bro, for some kids or some people, a firm talking to ain't enough. It's not enough. I don't give a hell what your thoughts are behind it. This shit ain't enough, yo. Sometimes you have to do a little bit more reasoning that your words just might not be able to comprehend, yo. I got 3 girls and 1 boy, 22, 19, 16, and oh shit. Damn, Deb, I didn't know you had your kids is older, bro. And 9. Woo. Yeah, you got 4, man. You got me beat. I got 3 over here. But 22, 19, 16, and 9. Yeah, so you've definitely seen, a lot of the challenges and especially with 3 girls. I have, 2 girls, I have 3 nieces, and then and a grandson. Yeah, you doing big things, bro. Shout out to you, man. Congratulations on the big fam, yo. And congratulations on, getting them all the way to 22 years old and letting them, hopefully they're doing good and thriving and successing. But yes, it's very challenging to go through life and know what's right and what's wrong because the kids don't always respond to those measures. Like a kid might not respond to getting his ass beat. Kid might not respond to a firm conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult to know how to take care of that shit. So when you have people that's over there trying to tell you what to do, they're telling you in a general aspect. They're not telling you because they understand your situation all the way. They just understand what you're telling them. They don't understand the emotion. They don't understand the kind of, diversity that's being faced from the situation. There's a lot of messages that aren't being delivered when you're just talking in context. So it's a really difficult conversation to have. But I'm relating it back to this treadmill dad thing. Because this guy, bro, we can tell this guy was out of his mind because of the other things that was done. But if he just was on just that treadmill, and this is the story that everybody's selling. And he was one of those crazy dads. He was one of those crazy Olympic dads or moms. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the people that's like, I want my son to be successful. Joe Jackson and Michael Jackson. Maybe he's one of them guys or whatever. And, he's putting them through the ringer and just trying to make sure that he is the best. So I'm going to make my son the strongest he can. And then bam, you fuck up and you go too hard and then a mistake happens. And then bam, bro, then you were trying to do something good or you were trying to discipline the correct way that you knew or you thought was correct, and you're in your bathroom punching this kid. All of a sudden you punch that motherfucker too hard in the wrong spot and he just collapses on the floor, and then now you on your knees praying and crying and shit. That's what I'm saying, man. It's very difficult, man. Like, you have to be people who don't have children, or especially children, people who have things that they have to take care of or whatever. Yeah, for sure. But if you got kids, man, if you just understand just how delicate shit is. That's why Dev just coming on and saying he's got 3 girls and a boy, and what I'm saying? Just being able to say, like, hey, my son's 22, hey, my son's 19. It's awesome. You're doing your job, you raised your kids, hopefully you did everything was good, and they they're thriving in the world and taught them well, and they, being successful, getting out there and getting at it. But some people don't have those luxuries, man. Some people make really bad decisions, or some people just have really bad accidents, and it changes for the worse, man. I am a very paranoid parent. I've said it on here a million times. I'm a paranoid parent. I'm one of the ones who's always looking for every little thing that can be potentially dangerous. And then I have conversations with people where they're like, well, you have to let them experience stuff. And you're absolutely right. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. But at the same time, I feel like if I can at least kind of control some of them experiences for at least an amount of time, I feel like that's better than them just having the freedom to be out and about and just discovering everything at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you hope your kids never have to fucking experience. Whether or not it be experienced or not. Like, you don't want them to experience getting in the car with somebody who's drunk and fucking almost crashing and killing them to learn you know what I'm saying? You don't want to experience somebody touching them inappropriately, even if it's just for a second. Like, once they do it, it's done. You know what I'm saying? And you can't protect them from everything, but if you can protect them, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't lock them in a closet and shit. But if you could do your best as a parent, in my opinion, if you could do your best to protect your kids for as long as you can, if it's the rest of your fucking life, you can't hold their hand, but keep them educated, keep them knowledgeable, keep them aware. That's a big one for me, man. My daughter was I've been having my daughter this week. I think I said it. Well, that's the first show this week, but IT Tiff has been going to these different classes this week, and that's another topic I was talking about, holding the house down. So she's been going to these classes. So I'm a dad, bro, and I've been taking care of my household on my own this week. I use my dad examples, even mistakes he made, and apply it to my own discipline to discipline my kids. Yeah, yeah, no, me too, bro. That's where I learned my stuff too, man. My dad was there for me. I had my dad and my mom's in my life my whole life. Things started kind of getting a little distant after we got older and stuff like that, but they're still there for sure. They're still there. But yeah, I use the stuff that I've learned from them to see what to do right and what to do wrong. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Some things that my dad has told me, some things that my mom's told me, and I said, listen, I don't agree with those ways that you did that. Now that I'm older and I understand it, I understand what you did, I understand how you did it, and I kind of understand why you did it to a degree. Because we're kind of living it now. So I completely understand that, bro. That's the first places we learn, bro. We learn within the household. You learn from what you're experiencing right then. And then a lot of people don't a lot of people will kind of they don't stop all the way, but they don't acknowledge just how much you also learn from media and entertainment. And there's no doubt about it. But for media and entertainment, just watching TV shows, we grew up on shows like Family Matters and Full House, and all these different shows that were showing like this proper way to raise kids, and everything always worked out at the end, and the kids did right after all, and shit. That's a lot of fun. At the same time, even though it's fake, there are still some pretty good messages that you can get from them shows, real, fiction, nonfiction, whatever. Like you still kind of get a better understanding of trying to see, okay, well, maybe this is maybe what I should maybe at least thrive for. Okay, maybe my kid isn't doing right. Maybe I can sit down and talk with them and have a discussion. You do learn from multiple avenues, man. There's no book and raising kids. You just learn and grow. That's it. We all fucking up and trying to fix it. You put shit and fucking glue the shit back together. You just damaging shit. You try and that's one of the things that I'll be having difficulties now, man. And I'm not trying to hate on nobody, but I get tired of the conversation, man. I get tired of the conversation. You talking to somebody for 5 minutes and you heard the word trauma fucking 14 times in that sentence. I'm just saying, bro. Like, I get it, yo. We all have our shit that we've, happened to us or whatever, and and we're learning it as we get older, and maybe that's just the age group I'm in now, and the age groups around me are talking it more than anything. But it's just you really, really, really gotta stop focusing so much on all the bad and shit like that or whatever, because there's so much good, man. We there isn't a book to learn how to do this shit. You're literally trial and error in this shit through life. But some people are just doing it a lot better than others, man. If you got your kid running on a fucking treadmill until he's out of breath, face is red, and you don't know that that's enough. You don't know way before that that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. One of the things we do, and I hope I'm not like blasting myself for this, but we do this shit we call it the obstacle course, yo. If our kids fuck up, this keeps us from there ain't no physical content, but it does get a little challenging, and we'll make them you do some push-ups, you do some leg lifts, you do some crunches, and you work the fuck out. You work out, do it like 20 minutes, you do a full body workout. 1, 2, 3, 4, count out, and then do whatever. Sometimes we'll make them stand in the corner, fucking put their arms out, hold their fucking arms up. Stand out this motherfucker like this, like a scarecrow and shit. Do that shit for like 15 minutes. Yo, arms down. Nope, better not put your arms down. That was something I got from my childhood, and it's effective. It's effective, and ain't going to damage your kid. Your kid needs discipline. There ain't no doubt about that shit. You know what I mean? But I just hope that everybody you see stuff like that, and people read it different. Some people just focus on the one part. Oh, that man's a monster. How could you do something to a kid? And but how could that ever happen? And you live in that world where you can't relate to shit. Listen, bro. It's some things you should be able to at least kind of understand a little bit. I'm not saying you understand how he did it. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if you can't see how it could happen, agree with it or don't agree with it. If you can't at least rationally or at least logically see how it happened, I can just put it together, just not even knowing. I could be absolutely wrong. But hey, he got mad. The kid ate his Twinkie or some shit, and he said, "You want to eat my Twinkie?" And this motherfucker just irrational as shit. Go get on the treadmill. I'll show you what eating a Twinkie is. I can just make that stupid ass story up, and hey, I can still understand how somebody can do some crazy shit. You know what I mean? I would never do it. I can understand it's crazy. That's why I'm happy that I can see it. But if you just want to just have the discussion about how bad of a person or this and that or that shouldn't happen, I don't know how helpful that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Because there might be people out there who haven't gotten to that point yet that maybe they will one day. Maybe somebody has hit their kid and their kid fell into the wall and almost fucking passed out, and that guy was like, "Oh," and it scared the shit out of him. And he was like, "Whoa, that would have been dangerous. Maybe he could have fell down the stairs. I didn't even pay attention. The stairs was right here." Anything can happen, bro. You don't think that shit happens every day? Let's see. What you talking about, Deb? My grandparents made no excuses. 15. Yo, congratulations, man. Y'all can. Oh, that shit is challenging, man. 15 kids in a 3-bedroom apartment on the west side of. Listen, bro. Listen, tell them, man. Raising, parents back in the day and grandparents back in the day was different, man. They were different animals, yo. They knew how to get shit done. My grandma was the same way, Dev. My grandma had shit. At least, what was it? 2, 3, 4, at least seven or eight of them in the house, bro. Plus my pops, and all the stuff she was doing, cooking for us. Then we go stay over the house and stuff like that on the weekend. So add another 3, to the list or whatever. Bro, parents back in the day were just different animals, man. They knew how to get shit done. Feed the whole fucking house with $20. That's something else. We gonna talk about struggle meals too. That's this all shit gonna go flows together. But we gonna talk about that shit too. That's next too. But shout out to your grandparents, yo. Yo, Dev, man, I gotta get you on the show, man. I gotta get you on the wrestling show and apparently other shows too, man. I'd love to have you on, man. But yeah, so we you go through all of that stuff and just like, if anything from this message, from what I got from that story, was just pay attention, man. Don't let your anger, set you up in a situation where, you regret. You have regret that you can't take back. That's a big thing that I teach my kids now as well. Like, don't be in a situation. This is what we say. Don't be in a situation where you gotta say, "Man, I wish I didn't do that." Because when you saying that shit, that's when you fucked up, man. You did something. You did something you can't take back, and you got no options but to just wish a genie came and granted you 3 fucking wishes right now, yo. That's all you got. Yeah, I'm down. Hit me up. Yes, sir, bro. I definitely will, man. Definitely gonna get you on. See Devin. Go check out Devin. Go follow him on TikTok, man. Big on TikTok. Follow him on his platforms. Um, yeah, man. So definitely a big thing, with parents here. This shit was funny. I didn't even know that this existed, but I was a big fan of the Berenstain Bears when I was younger or whatever. And look at the book they got. It's just telling us early. Listen, I know this shit real too. Got the Arthur down there. And look at this fucking nigga. Very poor. Must be signed by kids in there. Look at him. Look at the daughter. Oh, mommy's gonna get his ass kicked. Oh man, yo. Y'all know y'all got y'all ass. I know I got my ass beat a bunch of times, y'all. Listen, I get my ass beat. And it's crazy because somebody, you get your ass beat. What's a normal whooping? Like a whooping is like, you get a belt. Turn that ass around, hold your arm up, the one arm, you just dangling them like a Christmas tree ornament. Didn't I tell your ass not do that no more? You crying and your face sweating and shit. Well, listen, that's a normal ass whooping, yo. Don't play with me and talk about that's some child abuse. That's a ass whooping. You got that bad grades. Get that belt over there. And people talking about getting switches and extension cords or race tracks and some fucking murderers. Bro, listen, the Berenstain Bears teaching you not to talk to strangers and then teaching you to get the strap. Hey, damn, they got Roman Reigns title and shit. Oh, beat your ass, yo. You go home with some bad report cards. Yo, Damn, this segment's gonna take the whole fucking hour. Yo, listen, we had my son. Here's one thing with my son. My son got his ass beat for this one. I ain't gonna even lie to you. My son, man, that shit was funny. My son was going through a time where he was starting to like girls and all that shit or whatever. We all been there. He's a boy, and most of us all been there. Sorry, but yeah, we were going through this stuff and whatever. And he was he was doing this thing where he was texting girls and stuff like that or whatever. And he's sitting there texting girls, and the conversations just did not look well, man. And it wasn't like it was intentionally bad, but it's more like when you say something and it just sounds so wrong, especially when you're reading it in a text message. It's like out of context. And I'm just reading this shit on this thing phone, and I'm just like, bro, like you are just setting yourself up for failure. And the stuff he was saying and the stuff the girl was saying, and I'm reading it like, yo, this cannot be real right now. Like, and put it this way, it was enough to piss me off and like make it clear to him, like, this is not what you're doing. Like, this is not what you're doing. And you're setting yourself up for a dangerous situation. And I had to really let him know that shit. And I really did. And I'm proud of it. You know what I'm saying? In a way where I know I can handle it. It was safe and it was done properly. It was, lion of the house taking care of the cub and shit. But situations like that, man, you don't always got an answer. While you talk to your kids, you do certain things. Sometimes you got to let them know just how serious that shit is. It's important. It'll be more important than when he grows up or ends up in jail because somebody didn't let him know. Dads gave ass whoopings. Moms were borderline abusive. Use anything in arm's reach. That's right. Your mom beat your ass with a frying pan, a fork, anything, bro. I remember my, I remember my cousin. Yo, we was to stay. I stayed at the house with my cousin's house and shit, with my grandma's house, and my cousin was in the kitchen, yo, and I can't even remember. Only thing I remember from the story, or at least the context of the story, was it was a salt bagel, and something happened where I just heard him, my grandfather was country as hell. The day that bar, motherfucker was getting his ass beat with like a spatula or some shit. And I don't remember, but only thing I remember was my cousin. He was real prideful, yo, and he ain't want to like cry. So I was just hearing it, and I'm just hearing the pop sounds or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, he's getting his ass beat right now. And the one part, it was just the one part you heard, yes. I got him, he broke him. That motherfucker didn't want to cry. He didn't. Like a bell rang. He won the prize and shit. Oh shit. Yo, my mom used the game. Oh, the game. Yo, listen, the controller cords. Oh, listen, bro. That shit is not even fair. Like, go home and unplug everything in the fucking house. You get your ass beat. Listen, if you get your ass beat with an extension cord, listen, man. The game controller. That's a double. That's a double because you probably got the game taken away from you too. Give me the fucking cord, and I'm gonna beat your ass with it. Oh, oh, Dev, yo, you got me fucking crying on here. Oh man, yo. Whew. It's funny to laugh at now. It was sad, Dev. Crying your fucking heart out. Yo, at the same time, it's like I'm glad I got disciplined, man. Because man, with all the shit that I've done, like, from getting older and being, involved in certain shit, it's like if I wouldn't have gotten the kind of discipline that I got, who knows? What I could have did because even though I still got disciplined, like I still kind of did the wrong shit and kind of went in different areas. But maybe because of the discipline, that's why I'm here to talk about it now and shit, yo. But it's really really crazy situation, and it's something that if you're a parent, you know just what the fuck we talking about right now, man. But you got to be easy. You got to be easy. Accidents happen all the time. You know another thing I hate. This is another thing I hate. please don't do this shit, yo. Please don't fucking do this. I'm gonna tell y'all a story right after I get done telling you this too. Please don't throw your kids in the air, yo. Please don't do that. Like I've seen videos with people throwing their baby in the air, and some people just keep it kind of casual. Even that's dangerous. For me, it's too dangerous. I just can't fuck with the baby life, even a little bit bigger. Like throw them in the air, and it's right there. It's so fun, right? Yeah, it's fun. Sometimes shit happens, bro. Sometimes shit happens. If you big fat discipline, yo, if you one of them damn parents or you one of them people who got to go too far, like I've seen videos, bro, of people taking their baby and boom, boom, like they're a ball or some shit. And you watching it, and you're just like, yo, listen, how is like, I've thrown like toys or blah blah like bottles, and I was trying to be like a bartender and shit. And I've missed and I've dropped shit on the floor, made misses, and just did bad shit with just like, stuff that didn't matter. I could throw a football in the air and miss. Oh, damn, I didn't catch it that time or whatever. You do that shit with your kid and they just fucking fall and slip out your hand and, drop on the floor, hard floor, soft floor, whatever. And you done. And that's the fucking story you have to tell. What happened? I was tossing them and playing with them, tossing them, and then, bro, don't do that shit, yo. Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Then do what you want. But I'm just saying, like, if you hear this shit and maybe you never heard that, thought come across your head before, listen, take the risk if you want, if it's worth it. If it's worth it. But here, this is probably another reason why I'm super into. I didn't do it before that either, but this happened to me with my baby. My baby just had her baby Jordan, guys. Baby Jordan last appearance was like, she's been on the show every now and then, but I remember when baby Jordan started when we were episode 10, she came on. She was a baby, bro, sitting in Tippett's lap with her pacifier. Baby Jordan just turned 5 years old, man. Crazy. But yeah, we sat there and we were going out one day when Jordan was a baby in a stroller, baby pacifier. And our old apartment had these cement steps. It was just two steps. So you come out the house and there's like a kind of a dip, and then you step down on the one step, then you step down on the cement steps to go to the sidewalk and walk to the parking lot. So one day, Jordan was in a stroller, and I was trying to tilt the stroller to get the thing, and I was standing in the front, luckily, and I was tilting the stroller to kind of pull it and then pull it down on the one wheel. And it's my shit, my fuck up. To this day, it traumatizes me, yo, on some real shit. I didn't check to see if she was strapped in to the fucking seat, yo. And all I remember was tilting the stroller. This is my baby was fresh out, bro. Like literally like 2, 3 months. I fucking tilted the stroller and my baby came tumbling out of that fucking stroller. And when I tell you, life was slow. I don't know if I got superpowers or not to this fucking day. I'm telling you right now, no bullshit. I don't know if I got powers, yo, but everything around me slowed down. I saw her fucking head slip down, and I scooped my hand and caught her right as her nose, right at the skin of her nose, grazed on the cement step, yo. And I tell you, I caught her, and I don't even know how I wasn't crying. Because if she would have hit the edge of the step, like the edge of the cement step, like right there, full foot, bro, would have cracked her fucking head open. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. But I did some super dad shit, and I caught her like a fucking football, yo. And she had a little mark that was on her nose. She was barely crying. And I was so fucking scared, yo. I was so scared. And I remember I was shaking, and Tiff was right there, and she saw the whole thing happen. And I was so scared. And from that point on, like every time I had her in the stroller, every single thing I did was I checked everything she does when she's in the car now. And that's probably why I'm so paranoid with her, because like that experience right there, it changed me, bro. There's no doubt about it. I was paranoid before that, but that shit right there, man, that was some scary shit, yo. That was some scary. That was probably the scariest thing I ever had happen with my kids. But I remember when my mom asked me to go pick out a switch. I got a small ass twig, half broken. It's right. You gonna leave me to pick up my weapon that you're gonna use on me? Listen, bro, I'm gonna get you a wiffle ball bat. Remember shit? Little skinny ass man. Yeah, bro. Listen, man. That's one thing I never got to experience. Like, mom, shit, we ain't worried about switches, bro. We was getting our ass beat with everything. But we definitely, you got to be careful, because then people will be like, "Oh man, you're abused." Weren't abused. I was just fucking bad, and it wasn't like we got beat for everything. It was just when it was time, bro. You doing too much, you wilding out, you gonna get your ass beat. Getting a beating is different too. It's like I said, hold that arm up, whop, 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 getting that whoop real quick. But other times you do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I've done some stuff. Me and my sister got into fights. We done some shit. But yeah, man, definitely crazy, yo. Really sad story about the guy. The dad just completely just fucking up his kid's life. I guarantee you, man. I can't know for sure. Could never know, but I guarantee you. Of course, he probably wasn't meaning to do it, but that's just what happens. You let shit get out of hand, man. When you let your emotions get out of hand and you can't wheel that shit in, bro, man, it's got to be fucking horrible. He got to live with that shit for the rest of his life. They murdered his ass. Sad, yo. Yeah, bro, it changes you. I fell downstairs with my son. Nothing happened to him. I broke my shoulder. Oh, damn. Damn, Warren. I didn't even know that was that happened. Yeah, some crazy shit, bro. It's scary, man. And it's scary how fast some shit can happen too, man. It's just like it's not even like you did anything wrong. It's just a day where it's just listen, fall down the stairs. Tiff and them was just laughing at me. I ain't gonna show y'all the video. Fuck that. But I was coming downstairs one day, and I sat there and just regular day. I just nothing different. I was walking downstairs. I didn't do anything crazy. I just went to take a step and my foot slipped, and I fucking went from the top of the stairs and just slid my big ass all the way down the bottom of the stairs. And it's crazy because I don't know, like when people experience shit, like I don't know how you I don't know how you what's it called, like how your brain works or whatever. But when I experience shit, like whether it be fighting back in the day, whether it be like just the one car accident that I had, I was telling that story I think even on the last show. The one car accident was like everything slowed down. The situation with Jordan, every time something happens with me, everything slows down. You hear about this with some people who talk about, but I was falling down the fucking stairs, and I remember thinking to myself halfway down the stairs, no bullshit, like I'm really falling down the stairs. I remember like, oh well, I guess this is happening. Like I just gave up, bro. I just gave the fuck up. I was extremely tired, and I just took a step and fell back. It feels like bro, it really does. Like you literally, like I don't know if it's like I don't know how your mind works or whatever. I don't know enough about like your anatomy or whatever. But it's true, like you get into like this weird thing where it's like shit just slows down. Like when it's real, like you can't like reenact it, but when it's real, like yeah, you can't control it. It's absolutely right. Like you can't reenact it, but it's like if you've ever been like in a fight or you've been in a situation where you've seen somebody, like if you're, I think it also depends on what kind of person you are too, because it's got to be something, because it's you literally go into like a weird kind of defensive mode. It's like a spider sense, and you see everything happening around you. I was thinking to myself, I'm really falling down the stairs right now, and I remember when I sat there and got to the bottom of the stairs. I just remember thinking like immediately I was like, okay, well, what's wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna look down. I'm probably gonna have a broken toe or some shit. Like, I'm gonna look down or something's gonna be wrong. My ankle's twisted or anything like that. Like, that's all I was thinking about. I was like, okay, something's gonna be wrong. But nope, just fell down the stairs. Like, oh shit! And then Tiff came. What happened? I just fell down the fucking stairs. Of course, there's cameras and shit all in my house, so they go and watch the tape and they're laughing and shit, and my daughter's laughing at me and stuff. But shit just happens, man. You gotta be careful. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Jack your whole life. It could have been completely different. Could have fell down the stairs, broke my leg, been out of work for a month or blah blah. This and that. Who knows? But yeah, it's a lot, man. And I wasn't expecting to talk for an hour about that, but no, I don't care. There's no rules on the web show when it's just me and talking shit, and I enjoy it, man. My recent gym accident is how I feel about it. Oh, listen, bro. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Warren, you had some shit. Shout out to Warren. Of course, Warren Marlowe, the Buzzing with Marlowe podcast, of course. And he's on commission bro as well. We're gonna be I'm gonna be off commission this week, guys. But I'll definitely be back the week after. I got to take my son to a music concert. But these fucking schools making you do shit, do extra, drive to a different school, like whatever. Gotta support, gotta support. But doing all this stuff, like I was saying, I'm doing it. That's the reason why, like I was saying, segue, that I would be not. I'm holding the house down right now, basically, because IT Tiff, she's taking these classes for different certifications she's trying to get for different jobs she's trying to do right now. She's doing a really good job, man. She's upstairs right now studying. She just got home. She leaves at like 7 in the morning. She gets home at like 7 at night, and then she goes and busts her ass doing like homework and different stuff. But shout out to IT Tip for sure. She busting her ass. And Daddy's holding it down. This motherfucker. Damn, I just felt like something just dropped on my back, yo. But yeah, it's one thing about carrying the house, man. And when you're carrying the house, man, it's different things that you got to deal with. Man, I hope nothing just fell on me. I really feel like something just fell on my ass. I don't know. Find out later. But yeah, when you're carrying the house and stuff like that, shout out to the single moms, man. Shout out to the single dads that's working and having to take their kid and putting them into daycare and doing all this crazy stuff or whatever. And spending all that money because they're having to make it on their own for whatever reason, man. The relationship didn't work out or somebody passed away. Like a lot of things happen. A lot of things happen and people have to go through it on their own. But also shout out to the parents and stuff like that, like our situation right now, that are working together and they're strong enough to have one of the family members hold it down so they can go ahead and get their degree in something or whatever the case may be. IT Tiff held me down when I was taking my risk and I said, hey, I want to do just the beeline. I want to quit my job. I want to stop, doing everything. I want to put everything into the beeline and I want to just make this my career. I want to see how far I can take it. And she held me down on that shit. She went and did this. I was still making some money and stuff like that, but it was a scary opportunity. We have 3 kids. It's not like we're just by ourselves living the lavish life and disposable income, like disposable income. But but yeah, so shout out to those people who work hard together to be able to continue to still make stuff happen for each other, even though they are a unit. Sometimes you got to branch off and take care of some shit so you can be better for the unit. That's an important situation. Thought I broke my damn teeth, but luckily, yeah. Got these damn teeth. Yeah, Warren. I know you showed that picture, man. Warren got a accident with his in the gym. He said, "Crazy shit. Gotta be careful, man. Never know what happened. The gym will jack you up too. Bad. You see some crazy ass gym accident videos. Ooh, fucking horrible. People lifting, 400,000 pounds over here like they're the fucking Incredible Hulk, bro. Chill out, man. What are you trying to prove? I get it. Like you're trying to test your limits and stuff like that or whatever, but you got them videos and the motherfuckers are just benching the equipment. They just threw the weights away and just kept the benches. Ridiculous, all right? I get it. Yeah, you're trying to test boundaries, but damn, don't die. Wind up like fucking Mark Coleman, whatever his name is, sitting there struggling to walk. But listen, let everybody do their shit, man. But like I said, shout out to all the families who's making it happen. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of the kids. It's not easy. People think it's easy, man. People think they got it all down packed and they know how to get it done successfully, bro. It's not easy. It's very challenging to make sure you're doing something right, to try to do it as best as you can, to work through your troubles as well as other people's troubles and stuff like that. I'm pretty good at dealing with the kids, man. I've always been pretty good at dealing with the kids. I don't stress out, but it is stressful because you're trying to get everything done. I still work from home and I got to work during the day. Luckily, I have kind of a lenient job, but it's still hard get everything done, even just small shit. Like you think about the big shit. Like you think about, oh, what do they gotta do and this and that or whatever. But like small stuff, like, just making sure that you're making the lunches and stuff like that, getting all that stuff together. And then, sometimes she's bored and it's like, oh man, she wants to do this. She does homeschooling. So then I'm setting that up. So she goes to her lessons throughout the day, takes her breaks, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things you gotta stay aware. And then I do stuff like that, and then I get reminded, like Tiff does that, for most of the day. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, man. Constantly a lot of work. Oh, that was only 155 pounds. Yeah, okay. That's not that bad. And then you got definitely have a great dad rants on. Yes, yeah, that's one thing we do have on commission talks, and I love that. I love that shit. Like, being able to even though we talk about wrestling, like we talk about just, we're all three of us are dads, and we're in different stages of dads as well. So it's like, it's just being able to relate to each other, to speak to other things. I'm pretty sure people are relating. Like, Devin was on earlier, just pretty much everything we were talking about, with this story. Warren, I don't know what time when you came in, but this all started with that damn dad, man, who had his kid on the treadmill, man, and was over there forcing him to run and all that bullshit, bro. But yeah, man. But we'll see. Poor Dre. Yeah, Dre got the baby, man. Dre beginning the experience. But listen, guys, all of that, like, one thing I wanted to say also on top of just to end up the show. I didn't know I was gonna just talk about that one topic for the most part for most of the show, but I wanted to finish off by kind of talking about another big thing, man. Going in the store and having to feed your family, bro. One thing I've been teaching my kids more than anything, I take my kids to the store. Usually it's just me and them, or I'll just go myself. I like it to be easy and fast and get my ass home. And but what I do is I teach my kids when I'm in the store, like, yo, let's say you're in college, like, you have 20 bucks to your name. What you gonna do? How you gonna eat? What you gonna make? You know what I'm saying? And it forces me to remember, times that I had it harder than now. It forces me to remember sometimes still now. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Sometimes that check goes a little faster than you thought it was, and you gotta make some magic happen. Yo, you got the struggle meals, man. And that's one big thing, yo. You eating what you want, having fun, grabbing steak and chicken and lobster and fucking shrimp and people always like when you talk about like like glorious food and stuff like that's usually what people say. You got steak and lobster and shrimp scampi and Hell's Kitchen and whatever the fuck it's called. the Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay and all that shit. Like that's like the lavish life, right? But at the end of the day, really, like, shit is still expensive, bro. Like, you go to the store and, buy you a pack of chicken and some, some potatoes and stuff like that or whatever, and you got to cook for your family. Like, one meal run you like, $20. If you got a family 4 or 5, one meal costs you like 20, $25 or whatever. So shout out to the people who be holding it down. What if you only got like, $45 to feed your family for the week? Can you fucking make it? Make it. I'll tell you right now, I be telling my kids all the time, yo, the struggle meals. Listen, man, I ate nothing but pizza rolls, bagel bites, and tons of breakfast stuff. I can make in the microwave. Listen, bro. Yo, I've showed this. I've showed stuff like this on the show before, where I've showed some of the TikToks that I watch. It's a lot of times it's like this one guy he goes to the Dollar Tree and he goes and he buys food from the Dollar Tree and he used to spend like $6, but then of course inflation happened and it raised up to like now he's spending like 8 or 9 or $10 or stuff like that. But he's making enough food for like two people. It's usually like a two person's meal. So it's like, he's just going there and just buying different meals, man. Just buying different things. And of course, like a lot of times they got leftovers still and, stuff like that. So it's like you can make it happen. Now, at the same time, you do have to kind of, counteract your shit because you can eat cheap, but the stuff you eat ain't gonna be the best all the time. You know what I mean? Just like Warren was just saying, like, having microwavable food and different stuff like that. To be real with you, shit, the microwavable food, that shit is expensive now. It's not even it's not even cheap. I mean, you better off just going to grab you a pack of, hamburger meat or whatever, or turkey meat or whatever, and making you some burgers for a couple of days. I mean, that'll last you more. But that's the kind of shit that I be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta feed my family, what's the go-to? Let's see. Let's see if somebody can shout it out. What's the go-to when you ain't got that much money, bro? It's gonna feed you for like 3 days, yo. You get you a fucking 2 boxes of spaghetti. I got a house of 5, so I'm saying you got 2 boxes of spaghetti. You get you like 3 cans of them damn I don't know if y'all know up on it, them Hunts traditional spaghetti sauce. Get you about 3 cans of them shits and get you a pack of I get ground turkey. I don't get beef. I get ground turkey. And I cut that shit down, little sausage looking pack. Cut that shit down, maybe drop an onion in there and saute that shit up. Bro, I have a big ass pot of spaghetti. Everybody eating off that shit for 3 days. And especially now with the kids getting bigger, man. My kids are 13. And you would think my son eats more. My daughter, shit. Every meal is, can I have more? Can I have more? Every meal now is, can I have more? And so they eating crazy, yo. But when we got to stretch, yo, you can make shit a big pot of spaghetti. You get 2 or 3 packs of spaghetti and shit like that over there. Make a big ass pot. Even if you got like a party. I remember when Tiff had her baby shower. And I was telling her like, some of the things that you want to make is like you want to make some decent food that's gonna feed everybody. We were just cooking, we weren't catering or anything like that. And I was like, yo, listen, we should get a pan and make a big ass pan of spaghetti, and just throw some pasta and some sauce, some meat and stuff like that in it. People fuck that shit up. And Tiff was like, nah, ain't nobody trying to eat no spaghetti and no thing. And then she went to her job, and the girl at her job was like, listen, she said, I forgot how she put it, but she was just like, she didn't even say anything about spaghetti, but her girl at her job was like, yo, you know what I love about baby showers? They got some bomb ass spaghetti. I was like, see, I told you, yo, listen, you make you some food that stretch, man, feed a whole bunch of people, yo, and then stuff like that or whatever. But a lot of times, people you get chicken. You get a pack of chicken, man. What I like to do is I like to get, of course, legs. Legs is the cheapest. And you get them shits, throw them in the oven, some aluminum foil, little sauce and salt, pepper and stuff on them. Bake them shits up. You get them packs of mashed potatoes. You get a couple cans of string beans. Bruh, spent like $12. Got a whole fucking meal, man. Going, feed your family. And it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a well balanced meal. Most of the time, if you're factoring in, like my kids, they eat breakfast and they eat lunch at school. So 5 days a week they're eating, lunch and stuff at school. And and I'm shouting this out because I appreciate the people who actually are using their time to create, or their content that they're creating, and they're sharing this stuff with people who may need it, man. There's people who don't know how to really get by. There's people who don't know how to not buy the name brand shit all the time and spend that extra $5 when they actually could have spent maybe $3 and got something with the same amount of substance pretty much. And stretched the dollar, yo, saving to buy a house. And you buying stuff, you getting some PB&Js and some carrot sticks with some ranch and shit, like, what I'm saying, just making it work, yo. That's the biggest thing, you making it work or whatever. It's a lot of ways to do it, yo. It's the food prices are high, and it's hard to, like, stay on top of everything. But if you got a big family, especially if you're by yourself, shit is a lot easier, bro. You can get by. You can get you a fucking carton of eggs and a loaf of bread and some cheese and some butter, and call it a day. You have eggs, toast, cheese, grilled cheese. You shitting bricks. But really, yo, when you got a bigger family, it's harder because, like, it's more stuff that you got to do. It's a lot more stuff that you got to do. I got to go to Sam's, stock up on chicken nuggets, spaghetti, all kinds of noodles, and ground turkey, and some fruit. And I'm good for a week. Yep, yeah, bro. Fruit. That's what I went to today. That's one thing that I try to do in my house. Is I like my kids to eat healthy, bro. Like, I'm fat as shit, but I used to be real big with, like, working out and doing a whole bunch of shit. I keep talking about it. I've been on the show for 5 years, damn 4 years now, going on 5. And I probably should have been, like, as much as I talked about, I probably worked out and been fucking, amazing by now. I'll get to it eventually. Y'all gonna see me one day. I'm beefing fuck up and looking good as shit. But I even though I've let myself go a lot, like, my kids are really really healthy and shit, man. They do really well. Like, they eat mostly light shit. My kids don't drink nothing but water. They constantly drink water. Very rarely they have anything outside of water, and it's not even like we make them, but they're so used to it at this point that everything they eat they drink water. And we always have water and stuff around. I usually have like a couple of drinks or whatever when I'm like doing the shows and stuff like that. But that's the only thing I drink during the day. But I eat, man. I fucking eat. That's my shit. Like food is my shit. I'm not a sweets person. Like, it's not I don't need cakes and candy and cookies and shit like that or whatever. Like that's rare. Honestly. I just food, bro. I'll fucking food. Give me a cheesesteak. Give me some fucking some waffle fries with some cheese on it. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm in heaven. Give me a movie to watch. I'm straight. But yeah, I should catch up with you after a while, man. I'm so sick of mashed potatoes right now. All I can eat for 2 days. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got your thing. You over there eating applesauce like a 4-year-old. You over there eating cheese whiz. Yeah, man. But yo, definitely, man. If you're struggling, man, go to the store. Take your time. Get you some money, budget your shit out. There's definitely some food in there. Definitely some food in there. You can feed your family. Struggle meals was a shit, man. Struggle meals back in the day, hot dogs with no hot dog buns. Get that white bread, wrap it around hamburgers with no hot dog, with no hamburger buns. You just got the white bread, and you put that white bread. You might toast it a little bit so it don't bleed through the fucking thing or whatever. Good night, baby. Get some sleep. But yeah, man, definitely a lot of stuff like that. That's my Sunday cheat meal. Ain't no damn cheat meals. That's regular meals. That's the regular shit. Well, when me and IT Tiff, when we like to splurge, yo, when we go to do shit, like IT Tiff, she's Japanese and black, so she she put me on, even though I've been to hibachi's places since I was younger. But when we go out, like that's our shit. We got this place in Georgia. It's called Connie's. And it's if you're in Georgia area, it's in Woodstock, Georgia. And it's the best one that I've been to. I've been to a couple of hibachi spots, even when I was littler. My mother used to really like them. So I never been to Benihana, but I always hear bad shit about it. So I'm not like super anxious to go. But we go to this place called Connie's. That's like our go-to spot. And when we got some money, then we gotta get away from the kids. Sometimes we bring the kids with us, but we got some money. We take our asses right over to Connie's and get us a fucking sushi roll, and we get us some hibachi, some beef and steak and beef and chicken and shit like that or whatever. We kill that shit, yo. That's our like our go to whatever when we want to get out. But other than that, man, we home. Making good meals. We try to make cook. We try to cook more than anything because I hate eating out now. It sucks because it's easier. But eating out sucks, man. You got the little fourth graders making your food, messing it all up, making TikToks where they make it and drooling it and shit. I can't fuck with you, man. Trying to see if people make TikToks and shit like that or whatever, or be on social media while they're working or while they're driving. That's another big thing. Grown ass men over here making TikToks while they're driving. Like you see the fucking background moving, so you know they're driving. You see their phone in their face, and they're making a TikTok while they're driving. And you wonder why motherfuckers is stuck in traffic for 4 hours if you got to go to work because you over there trying to entertain the masses instead of taking your ass to work on time. But listen, man, just me ranting, enjoying my rant too, yo. It's a lot of fun. Listen, guys, thank you guys so much for talking to me tonight. It is this great Tuesday, man. I know I've said it like especially at the beginning, but I am really really enjoying being back on Full Throttle on all my shows. All the shows are back, yo. We've been really going strong with the wrestling shows. Wrestle Talk Wednesday has been one of the biggest things on the channel for the last like 3 months. So with the return of the web show and of course wrestling shows tomorrow, and then on Thursday the entertainment show is back, man. So we'll be back with a brand new Beeline entertainment show. I do apologize. I was supposed to have a live on the line on Sunday, but it was my daughter's birthday, and we got back a little later than I thought we were going to get back. So actually, the stuff I talked about tonight was the stuff I was going to talk about on Live on the Line. We had a couple other people to talk about, we'll talk with. But I'm glad I got to talk about it with just you guys, man. I'm glad I got to kind of vent about it, and we'll get back to having people on. But right now, I'm really just enjoying just talking, man. I think on Thursday, Kyle Eric will be on with me. I think he said he's good, so we'll see if he's on. I don't even know what the watch list is yet, but I'll figure it out. There's definitely stuff to watch, definitely stuff going on. And don't forget, man, check us out next week. Next Wednesday is going to be the premiere of the No Wrestling Show. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a wrestling game. And we're going to have commission talks versus straight through the ropes wrestle talk. So if you're a wrestling fan, get at us because we definitely are looking for some different opponents to go up against. But hopefully you guys will see that episode and it'll excite you, and we'll get some more shows booked. But that's all I got, guys, man. Once again, if you haven't already, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit us up, man. Like if you need anything, check out the website because we got a lot going on. It's also it's starting to be summertime, getting your nice clothes on, you working out, trying to get that little weight loss going and stuff like that. But we're gonna be doing a lot of discussions like this, man. It's just gonna be more open, man. I know a lot of people are talking about like Drake and Kendrick, and I don't know. I might talk a little bit about it on the entertainment show, like a quick just speech on it, I guess. I'm glad to see people talking about rap again and it being like, for the most part, being positive, I guess, because people always like controversy. It's always been cool when people battle and stuff like that. I don't know, bro. I know people, it's going to be very unpopular opinion, but this shit just feels so commercial to me, man. Like, people just bitching about Drake and Kendrick. First of all, they're both phenomenal fucking artists. They're very different in their art that they do, but they're phenomenal artists, man. You say whatever you want about Drake. Maybe he got some controversial shit. I don't disagree. I've seen stuff too, but I don't know at the same time. But yeah, I think he is a little weird with shit. Some people just don't get it. Some people just don't know when to just not, go on the path. They feel like they have more control than they do. I feel like that's a lot more than just everybody's a fucking pedophile. Like people are nasty and weird and shit too, but I feel like these people just don't know when it's just too much, bro. Like, you might be better off just like, leaving it alone a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't press the boundary. Understand the shit. But be that as it may, as far as like, spitting and stuff like that, I mean, I've heard, mostly everything. I haven't heard every single one. Congratulations to y'all out there just fucking waiting with a fork and knife in your hand. Feed me, feed me more beef. Fuck about that shit, man. It's interesting. It's interesting because it hasn't happened in a while like this, at least. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like publicly talked about. You heard the Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly and shit like that. That was the last one I really remember that people were really talking about. And besides that, I don't even remember one that was worth talking about. But apparently this one is big. Yo, like him or hate him, bro. Drake is definitely a lyricist. Like he can spit, man. And then people are saying, "Oh, but he doesn't write his shit." How the fuck do you know? Like, hey, he probably doesn't. I'm agreeing with you, but I don't know that. Until they prove that shit. The one guy came out and one guy who said he raps like him. He sounds just fucking like him. I ain't gonna lie. But he kind of put him on blast a little bit. So if he's an actor playing a rapper, only thing I gotta say is I said that shit when he fucking first came. I remember arguing with my brother about that. And I said, I feel like I said that exact thing. I feel like Drake is an actor playing a rapper, but he plays it well. I'm not hating that hard. I'm just saying, I'm just not. It's whatever. Kendrick Lamar is an amazing artist. I feel like he's an amazing lyricist. He definitely has the talent. Very poetic, you know what I'm saying, with how he delivers his messages and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's not the most entertaining in as far as when it comes to having like a battle and shit. Like I'm used to niggas battling, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm used to 50 Cent and Ja Rule shit. That was my life, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like even Jigga and Nas and that's the shit that I remember motherfuckers used to battle, like niggas used to go in. Um, but this shit is just kind of corny, man. It's like, I heard one of my boys, podcaster, all on the table podcast, Raw Sash, like he was saying on TikTok, man. It's just like, it's kind of corny, man. It's just like, oh, I heard this about you. I heard this. That's some tit for tat shit, bro. It's not interesting to me. I'm just, go with your skills, bro. Like y'all lyricists, I want to hear y'all fucking battle it out. I don't care about who's doing what to who and knows whose baby has who. It's not the fucker. That's like some shit. Some shit that moms is talking about. Fucking soap opera shit, yo. Yo. Just not it. I don't know. I look at rap different, bro. I respect them both as artists. They both can spit. I don't fuck what anybody says. But just not interesting to me. Everybody gassing the shit out that shit. It ain't that big. But if you enjoy it, enjoy it. Enjoy us too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, man. If you haven't already, once again, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And of course, check us out next week. We'll be back tomorrow night on Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. We have a guest, and he's at a really fun topic, of course, about wrestling. But until next time, guys, make sure that you stay true stay positive, pay attention, and really, really, really raise your babies, man, to the best of your ability. Remember, they're people, they're not toys, they're not anything else. They're gonna grow up with your image, and they're gonna keep pushing on to the rest of the world. Yo, I love you guys, man. Have a great night.